What's up, LoreHounds? It's Koopa inside the Red 5 Studios booth. I'm here with Scott Youngblood, the lead designer on Firefall. So we've done this in the past. We've gone through the game, and there's a lot to it because you guys are doing a lot of stuff differently. But, so what is your main draw right now at the show? How are you pulling people in right now for the show?
We're pulling them in by just letting them play the game, right? The game speaks for itself. We're very proud of what we've worked on, and we're ecstatic to be able to share it with the people here at the show floor PAX.
So we at LoreHound love sniffing out the lore, and you guys actually just put out a recent trailer which shows pretty much the origin story of how this world got so hectic. Because, some of you may not know, but we're actually on Earth.
Yeah, we are on Earth, but it's a future Earth. The year is 2233, and humanity had discovered a new resource a few years back called Crystite that came to Earth via comets. Well, once we discovered that we could turn this Crystite stuff into real power, we were addicted to it. We want more. So we built a ship, sent it out to the location we discovered called Alpha Prime, which was 7 light years away. Took a long time for it to get there, took a long time for it to get back, but it brought a bunch of resources with it, as well as creatures from that particular planet. So, once we have pure energy, we need more. So we decided to use that technology, the power generated from Crystite, to build this ship called the Arclight up in orbit. The main purpose of the ship was to go out faster with the FTL drive and get more resources and bring them back. Well, we didn't really know what we were doing when we turned that on, apparently, because it didn't work. We didn't go faster to life. In fact, we crashed into the planet in Brazil.
Small boo-boo.
So yeah, small boo. Oops, sorry. So that's what happened. The ship came crashing down, it enabled this, we're not even really sure what it is, but we call it the Melding. It's this sentient kind of an energy storm that appeared from where we turned the FTL drive on, falling down to Earth and covering almost the entire planet.
So the Arclight, the ship, is actually protecting the area it crashed into, yes. The area immediately around it.
Yep, almost the entire Earth is covered by the Melding. This is one of the last known remnants to humanity called New Eden.
So in the Melding, the other areas is it post-apocalyptic, or is it just like everything's a wasteland, like everyone's dead?
I guess we'll have to see when we get there.
And are we going to be able to combat this Melding to open new areas? Is that how the content's going to increase as the game moves on?
That's exactly how it's going to increase, right? It's our story. We get to fight against the Melding and hopefully push it off of our planet. And that's kind of the long-term goal for Firefall.
What exactly are we fighting against if it's like an energy source?
It's kind of a weird thing. It's almost like the Nothing from Never-Ending Story, but we call it the Melding. If you go into the Melding, you start to take damage. If you go really deep, you will die. But the Melding is something that we can affect.
So sticking with the story, we have, obviously there's PvE, and you're trying to help New Eden in various ways. What about the PvP aspect? What is the storyline for doing PvP, for basically fighting your own kind?
Right, well, we believe that PvP should always have a point, right? Mindless PvP is just mindless PvP, but in Firefall, everything you do has worth to you. So when you're fighting in our PvP matches, you're doing it not only to advance your battle frame yourself, collect those resources, but you're also learning about the world, the story, and what's going on. So like for one of our maps that we're showing here today is the Moisture Farm, which is a brand new team deathmatch map. Well, at this particular map, you go and you fight against the insurgents who are taking control of that Moisture Farm. Moisture Farm is important because it's water. You need that water to survive. Well, when you have a group of humanity, they're going to be divided. When those groups divide, they're going to think the other group is doing it wrong and try to stop them from doing it. And that's kind of what the core of what combat in Firefall is really about.
So is this going to expand into something along the line of factions in the end?
I think that could be pretty cool.
What about following the PvP line for more story-driven content? Because you guys do have a backstory in lore, obviously, and we saw the great trailer. What about dungeons and raids and that kind of instance content?
Well, we do plan on, our PvP maps are currently instanced. We also plan on having PvE experiences that are also instanced, where you and your friends can go kick some ass. Possibly in the Arclight? Possibly.
So, it's in beta now. We've got tons of people playing it, and we're actually on the beta server right now. It's open beta.
It's not open beta yet. We're still doing an invite system. And you know, we'll keep doing this until the cows come home, but hopefully it takes a long time.
When are the cows going to come home in the terms of ship date?
So ship date for us is kind of interesting because we already think we've kind of shipped, right? We have players playing all over the world. For us, we don't have a retail presence since we're free to play. So for us, turning on our store, being able to charge for items is what we call shipping, and we're going to be able to do that very soon.
We don't even have a window, just a very soon TM?
Very soon, right? We believe things need to be done right. Sometimes we're wrong about how much time that's going to take.
So as far as monetization and content updates, how is that going to work? Is it something that you're going to have to buy to do further, or is it going to be part of the free-to-play and you guys are sheerly basing it on a store with items?
Well, the entire game is free to play. We don't believe in velvet ropes. All of the content will be available to you. Now, that being said, you can buy items, but we're adamant that those items are not power. Nobody wants to fight against somebody who has more money and lose because they bought an item.
So at LoreHounds, the melding is coming after us. We got to defend it. It's coming soon, TM. And thanks so much. Firefall looks great.
Thanks.